He's the last living member of my family.
Fighting for his son's life, tomorrow Kent Whitaker will meet with the State Board of Pardons and Parole to try to stop his son Bart's execution. Kent was one family member shot in Bart's attack. The other two, Kent's wife and younger son, were killed.
CBS Austin's Christian Flores spoke with him about why he wants his son's life spared in an exclusive story you'll only see on CBS Austin.
When Kent Whitaker makes a 2.5-hour plus drive from the Houston area to Austin,
I start reliving that night.
He's going to be doing it to try and save his son's life.
We're approaching the execution.
His son, Bart, is set to be executed on February 22nd, or 10 days from now. Kent, a victim of Bart's crime himself,
There's been so much that I've lost.
never wanted this punishment. He's meeting with the State Board of Pardons and Parole on Tuesday to say why his son's execution should be changed to a life sentence.
He's the last living member of my family, and if this execution proceeds, it's going to mean that the state of Texas is going to take him from us in a way that nobody wants.
In 2003, when the Whitakers were returning home from dinner, a gunman shot all 4 family members, including Bart. But soon police would learn Bart was the one who planned this attack and was only shot as a diversion. Kent's wife, Patricia, and younger son, Kevin, died. Kent was shot about 6 inches from his heart.
The worst night of my life. I get nightmares from it still.
Bart was convicted in 2008. In the meantime, Kent has sent a petition to the Pardons and Parole Board and the governor's office.
We're not asking for them to set him free. We're just asking them to let him live.
Right now, Kent knows this could be his last chance to save Bart. He says an execution would be yet another blow to the family.
And we're going to end up having to work our way through that grief as well. Realizing that I'm going to lose the last connection I had with Tricia and Kevin.
Christian Flores, CBS Austin News.
We did reach out to the Pardons and Parole Board asking what will be discussed in that meeting and if any decision will be made regarding Whitaker's punishment. We haven't gotten a response.
Well, a man on death row is one step closer to not dying.
Today, the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles voted unanimously to commute Thomas Bart Whitaker's death sentence to life in prison. CBS Austin's Christian Flores is here with us tonight. This is what Whitaker's family wanted all along, but Christian, this isn't over yet.
That's right. There's still one major hurdle, but today emotions filled the room as soon as Whitaker's lawyer announced the decision. They were hoping for this decision, but they never imagined it would be unanimous.
Recommendation for clemency.
This. The moment Kent Whitaker found out his son's life could soon be spared. Today, the Board of Pardons and Paroles voted unanimously to commute Bart Whitaker's sentence from the death penalty to life in prison.
I don't think he's going to believe it.
You won't believe it.
He's going to believe it.
Kent's son, Bart, was convicted in 2008 for plotting the 2003 murders of his mother, Patricia, and younger brother, Kevin, as well as the attempted murder of Kent. In the decade since his conviction, Kent pleaded with the state to have his son's punishment changed, even though he was a victim himself.
We knew that the odds are that it was going to be, that we would lose this. But honestly, I never contemplated a unanimous decision.
Kent sent this petition to the Board of Pardons and Paroles and met with them last week.
They gave nothing away.
To make one final push to get them to overturn his death sentence.
This is Texas. This doesn't happen, and I'm just so encouraged that the system has worked. This was the right thing. This was the right thing to do.
Now, Kent wants to gather himself in the wake of this decision, knowing he may have saved his son's life.
Anybody ever won the lottery? That's. Honestly, I'll have to start this out.
The next step now is to get Governor Abbott to sign off on this decision before Thursday, which is Whitaker's execution date. Whitaker's lawyer, Keith Hampton, says it is unlikely the governor would rule against a unanimous decision. We reached out to the governor's office for a statement, but have not heard back.
An execution commuted. CBS Austin's Christian Flores is live in Huntsville with the very latest on this news that broke about an hour ago. Christian?
Well, relief does not even begin to describe what the Whitakers are experiencing right now. I spoke with Kent Whitaker over the phone just minutes ago. He's expected to make comments in a few minutes. Now we're still waiting to hear what he has to say about this whole process. But what we do know now is that his son, Thomas Bart Whitaker, will not be executed. He is going to serve a life sentence.
Touched hands through the glass, and we said our goodbyes.
It was a gut-wrenching moment, an execution called off tonight. A death row inmate's life was just spared minutes before his scheduled execution. Hours ago, Governor Greg Abbott agreed to commute the death sentence of Thomas Bart Whitaker after efforts from his father and lawyers.
CBS Austin's Christian Flores is in Huntsville with what the family is feeling tonight.
At 6 o'clock tonight, Thomas Bart Whitaker was supposed to be executed here inside the walls of what's known as the Walls Unit in Huntsville. But Governor Abbott commuted his sentence, much to the relief of his family, especially his father, Kent.
It was
When Kent Whitaker learned his son's fate,
it was overpowering.
emotions
So grateful.
flooded the room. His son Bart was scheduled to be executed today until Governor Abbott commuted his sentence at the last minute. Kent says he will never forget the phone call when he found out.
And at that point, I put it on speaker and let everybody hear it, and the whole room erupted.
Now, Bart Whitaker will be sentenced to life in prison without parole. In a statement, Governor Abbott said one of the reasons for his decision was he did not want to have Kent, who was shot in the attack that killed his wife and younger son, to feel victimized again. But Kent says it was starting to feel like he would never see his son again.
It was a long day.
As time passed without a decision.
Touched hands through the glass, and we said our goodbyes.
Bart had been transferred to the cell next to the gurney where the execution would take place and been given his final meal according to his lawyer. Kent and other family members had undergone execution orientation. Whitaker doesn't know the next time he will be able to talk to his son again, but he knows he won't have to worry about an impending death sentence the next time he sees him.
I'll be able to actually hug him, shake his hand.
In his tenure as governor, Abbott has approved 30 death sentences. This is the first one he has commuted. His full statement, as well as his reasons behind this decision, is on our website, cbsaustin.com. In Huntsville, Christian Flores, CBS Austin News.